Hello, in this tutorial I would like to show you how to create stereo sound out of a mono source without losing the mono compatibility. For this purpose, the guitar track, which is mono, as you can see here. Okay, how can this be done? So the first idea I came up with is using amplitude, a virtual guitar amp, and instead of using only one signal path, which is keeping the signal in mono, I'm using a dual amp setup and choose different settings for the amps. And this is creating a stereo impression because the left and the right channel are processed in slightly different ways. Let's listen to it. As you can see here, now we have got a stereo signal. And now let's check the mono compatibility. Let's build in a correlation meter in order to ensure that nothing is going wrong. For example, Voxenko span. So here is the correlation meter. So it seems to be okay, basically. All right, what other methods are offered? Now let's check another plugin from a company I appreciate very much, which is Melda Productions. And let's choose the MStereo spread. This is also a plugin which creates a stereo impression out of a mono source, and it also claims to be mono compatible. Okay, let's listen to the results. So this is with the stereo processing. Without. So this is going really wide now. Now let's check the mono compatibility. Great. Let's have a look at the correlation meter. Looks acceptable. By the way, for the people who don't know what we are seeing here, the correlation meter tells you how correlate the signals on the left and the right side are. So if you have got full correlation, it's a mono signal. If the correlation is working to -1, it's first invaded, so it will cancel out if switched to mono, and if it's wandering around the center, then it's okay. By the way, this graph tells you the stereo distribution, and this is the stereo panning which is wandering around caused by the modulation. Okay, we are basically done with this plugin, but only basically, because under the hood there's a whole universe of other possibilities, and I want to show you one of these capabilities of this plugin. For this purpose, let's play around a bit with the parameters. Oh, wow. That is sounding great if I move the slider around. But what if we could automate this movement? And the good message is we can. And it's built into all these great Melda production plugins. Let's go under the hood. There we've got a line called multi-parameters and modulators. Let's open it. Okay, we have got two kinds of modulators here. These are modulators which are controlled by MIDI. And these are modulators which act as LFOs. Okay, because I want to realize an LFO, we choose, for example, modulator 1. There is a sine curve. I think we can leave it as it is. Now we have to choose a modulation target, which is going to be our focus parameter. So we add another target. Of our spectral generator, and here is the focus parameter. It's already activated. Now let's play around with it. Nothing is happening at the moment because the value, the intensity of the modulation is set to 0. Now let's crank it up. Nothing happens. Why this? Because we have to activate the modulator first. Let's switch it on. Oh! Now it's happening. We can change the frequency. Of the LFO. And we can also synchronize it to the host tempo. So this is only one of the many possibilities you have got within this plugin. You can create envelope folders, you can create custom envelopes, you can create random curves, and so on and so on. Right. Now the last step is, with this modulation being created, are we still monocompatible? Let's check this. Yes, we are. Okay. This was a method to generate monocompatible stereo information out of a mono source using Melda plugins. There is an alternative Melda plugin which implements another stereo spread method. Let's check this other one. Let's search for MStereo. And I think it's the MStereo generator. Yeah, that's it. This plugin creates a room, and with this room information you get another kind of stereo processing. Let's listen to it without. Now it's switched on. Now I'm exaggerating it a bit. Now the stereo impression is very strong. Let's adjust the gain, because as you can hear, if I switch off the plugin, the signal gets softer. I could do this by manual adjusting here. Sorry, here. But Melda plugins are sporting a great feature which is the automatic gain control, and the plugin is performing this task automatically. Let's try it. Now the plugin works gain compensated. And this is another great feature which is implemented in all the Melda plugins. Okay, now the obligatory mono compatibility check. Great. So, no mono problems. Let's check the correlation meter. We are still deeply in the green area. Okay, to conclude this, I introduced to you two different stereo generation methods using Melda plugins. I hope it was interesting for you, and goodbye.